Hey y'all, welcome to All Tea All Shade with KOS, honey. Come on in the room. Come on in the room, honey, and let's talk about it, honey. Mia versus Wendy, honey. The Real Housewives of Potomac, episode 7, honey. The drama. Yes, honey. Y'all come on in the room, honey, so we can talk about it all, honey. It's time to have the conversation, honey, because this episode that happened on Sunday, episode 7, has sent shockwaves around the Bravo fandom, honey. It has divided fans all around, honey, who are tuning in to the Real Housewives of Potomac, honey, because Mia versus Wendy in Miami, as y'all seen behind me, got lit, honey. It got lit. And so we're gonna talk about it, and kind of just break it down a little bit. And if you want to join me, or you can comment in the comment section and give me your thoughts, and I'll read them out loud to people. Because it's all about having a conversation just to talk about it, because it's such a dramatic situation that transpired in Miami, and so let's talk about it. So we're gonna I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of backstory. Those of y'all who may or may not be familiar with Mia and Wendy's history. Mia joined the show last season as a newbie who replaced my good sis Monique, and so she came on to the show. Wendy and her had a bumpy relationship, seemingly from the start of Mia's existence on the show. Like, they seemed not to really click, and it seems as though Wendy never really saw it for Mia. I don't know what it was about Mia that Wendy didn't care for, but it seems as though there was no really solid basis to their relationship. It seemed as though Wendy didn't care for her, and then Mia grew to not care for Wendy, and so they never got along, and never really had really a good basis of a friendship. And Candace is Wendy's friend, so she rides with her friend, which is fine. So, maybe they played a part in why, she had such a disdain for Mia, because Candace and Mia did get into it last season. And so maybe they played a part in it too as well. But, like I said, their relationship was never good. So it was always rocky. So fast forward to season 7. This season, as we've seen, that where the energy left off with them last season, it continued on where they don't get along. Mia is not here for Wendy at all. Mia's taking her jabs and her confessionals. Mia is taking her shots if she chooses to take them. And Wendy still does not care for Mia. And so, getting to this situation that happened in Miami, it was a girls' trip to Miami that Mia had planned. And all the girls came. Candace was late getting there. She hadn't arrived yet. They get to Miami, and they have dinner at Peter Thomas's establishment, Bar 1 in Miami. And prior to this, Wendy and Peter were supposed to go in business together, because Wendy wanted to open up her own Nigerian restaurant, and she wanted to get in business with Peter, because Peter has had multiple restaurants or bars. And so they were supposed to do business, but somewhere in there, communication stopped. As we found out in Miami, courtesy of Wendy. When they got to Peter's establishment, Mia did mention to a few of the girls that there was some drama kind of with Peter and Wendy, because Peter told her that he had beef with Wendy prior to Wendy even knowing about it. That she had beef with Wendy because Wendy just stopped all communication with him from his point. That she stopped. They was interacting, texting, conversations, whatever, and then Wendy just stopped all communication when it was time to do the business part of the restaurant thing they were gonna do. And so then Mia brought it to Wendy's attention that, hey, Peter has beef with you, and she was explaining to Wendy what the beef was, what it was about. And Wendy said, to the girls and to Mia that Peter texts her, she texts Peter, and Peter never responded back to her. So from her point, there was no more communication from Peter. And things got things went left really quick. Because it seemed as though, like, when Mia expressed to Wendy that, you know, she should have reached out to Peter when she got to Miami, because they're going to do business together. That she should have let Peter know she was going to be in Miami so they can get together and she could shadow him, you know, because she is trying to get in the business that he's in. And I think, you know, that Mia was, you know, thinking that, you know, hey, you should do that. But Wendy took that as she took it negatively. Like, she took it as like Mia was trying to tell her what she should do, and Mia was trying to tell her how she should do her business and this and that. And that's when things hit the fan, because Wendy just did not receive it the way I think Mia was intending. Mia was intending it to be received by Wendy. Because Mia didn't say the way I said it, but I think that's what Mia was trying to say. She said it in her own words, but that was what Mia was trying to convey to Wendy, that, hey, y'all in business together, you in Miami, we are eating at his establishment, it's going to be very awkward. And mind you, Peter did come out to greet the girls, and it was very awkward between him and Wendy. So I understood Mia's point of, like, Wendy, like, you should have let them know you was going to come, so that way, you know, y'all could chop it up, and then you can follow him and shadow him or whatever. You know, and Mia was not trying to tell this woman, like, hey, you should, like, he her man or something. Like, Wendy just took it like, oh, he's not my man, I don't need to call him, I don't need to let him know when I'm coming to town. It was like, girl, it was not meaning that. It was just, you know, girl, y'all do business together, and y'all had not talked. It went, you said from your mouth that y'all had, all communication had ceased from you and Peter. So, you eat at his restaurant, he's going to see you. It's going to be an awkward moment, and it was definitely an awkward moment. But things escalated, and Wendy decided to take jabs at Mia's husband, which I didn't understand, like, how we went from that to, oh, well, you know, that's not how me and my husband get down. Maybe it's how you and your husband get down. Like, it went to that. And I didn't understand, like, how it went from that to let's talk about the husbands. Like, it threw me off, because I was like, how do you go from just her telling you, you know, she think you should have reached out to Peter because you know, when she got to Miami, to now you're yelling at her that, hey, me and my husband don't get down like that. You and your husband may get down like that. And I was saying stuff like taking jabs at Mia's husband. It was just weird to me. And mind you, she made that little comment before Mia threw the alcohol in her face. She made that little comment of, this may be how you and your husband get down, but me and my husband don't get down like that. She made that little comment before Mia threw the alcohol, because when she said that, the alcohol left Mia's hand and went into Wendy's face, and things went up. It just went up from there. And the girls, they got Mia from the table, and Jacqueline took Mia to the back to try to talk to her, to calm her down. And then Robin and Giselle were talking to Wendy, and, you know, trying to make sense of all of this. Yes, Robin did get her phone out. She got her phone and did begin to record, because you know, Robin was being petty. It was like, oh, you know, for my evidence, I'm going to record what's going on. Was that childish? I mean, yeah. Was it petty? Yeah. But Robin was doing what Robin wanted to do. Mia comes back to the table. Finally, she comes back to the table to sit down. And next thing I know, her and Karen get into it, because Karen basically was kind of siding with Wendy, but Karen was saying she was being neutral, but it was giving that you kind of more on Wendy's side, which, I mean, it, you know, is what it is, but it was giving that, even though Karen was saying she was being neutral, it was like, girl, you kind of more are giving that you siding with more on Wendy than you are Mia, or you not, or just being in the middle, you know. And they had an argument, which leads to Karen and Giselle getting into an argument. It was like a ricochet of arguments that started to transpire after Mia and Wendy had their first interaction. Then Mia and Wendy got into it for the second time, where things kind of got physical when Mia and Wendy started putting their fingers in each other's faces. And, you know, they was like, oh, get your hand on my face, you know, this and that. They both got up out of their chairs and had to be separated by security. by a security child, had to be separated again, child. Like, it's just like, at that point, I was like, okay, y'all, okay. So then, honey, they took, Mia to the back again, and Wendy sat back down. Jacqueline, and maybe Robin went back there. Robin, Jacqueline, and Giselle, Robin, they went to the back, inside the restaurant, to talk to Mia to get her to calm down, and then they came back outside. Mia and them came back outside, and then it escalated again because Wendy kept talking and saying stuff to Mia, like, talking her talk, taking her jabs, whatever. And, which was like, when you get mad, you say stuff. So, of course, when he's mad, so she's really, like, popping off at the mouth. Like, taking those shots. And, child, before I knew it, Mia done tried to clock this girl in the head with, I think, her bag or her phone. Baby, it just was a lot. And I was just like, okay. So then they got Mia away from the whole table. Mia, Jacqueline, and Robin they went to Mia's truck. Mia got in her truck because Mia had broke her nails. It was a lot. So then Mia got in her truck, get back to the table with Robin, Giselle, and Wendy. Robin and Giselle were telling Wendy that, she should have, not, antagonized Mia or escalated the situation because she kept saying stuff, and it was, it was like, you shouldn't do that because Robin's like, if you want to fight, then fight, but if you're gonna don't keep talking if you don't want to fight. Now this is what I took in my brain. But Robin was saying that, I don't agree with Robin at all on anything. But in this moment, I kind of understood what Robin was saying because of her experience being on a show where a physical altercation took place. She knows that if you keep talking and agitating the situation like it's like a sword, if you keep poking at the sword, eventually it's gonna bust. So if you keep agitating the situation, it's gonna lead to a brawl. So Wendy was not getting there. Wendy didn't give a fuck because she was mad. I get it. So she didn't care. She was gonna keep saying what she wanted to say and keep agitating Mia. But Robin was, in my mind, was just saying, hey, don't do that because you're gonna escalate it even more, and then you're gonna get dragged. Then it's gonna be you fighting on the show. You know what I'm saying? You and me are tussling on the show. So, like, stop it because it's going to lead to a physical moment. Hey, what's up, Uncommon Child? And Wendy was not here for it. Wendy was not trying to hear that. Wendy got in her feelings. It was like, it's got up in her feelings. And then when the ladies and Ashley were talking about, because Ashley was upset about the whole situation, she was like, she didn't like the fact that Mia got physical with Wendy. She didn't like that part, like that physical stuff. I get it, because nobody supports violence or fighting on the show. But things escalated between the two ladies. Wendy hit a nerve, and Wendy's a smart woman, so Wendy knew what she was doing. She was saying certain things to hit a nerve because she accused Mia's husband of being gay and throwing out a rumor that she said that she understands she made up. Like, it was a lot of things she was saying to get under Mia's skin, and unfortunately Mia took the bait, and Mia fell into the trap to give the reaction that Wendy wanted, because it's like Wendy wanted a reaction because she kept saying little things she knew would get under this woman's skin. And so Wendy got mad at Robin and Giselle when they was like, Mia's going to the hotel, because Mia at that point was like, she's gonna leave the trip, and they didn't want her to leave, and so they came back to the table after they left me at the car to tell the girls, hey, Mia said she's gonna go home because she's upset, she hurt herself, whatever. And Wendy was like, oh, I'm not gonna deal with this whole Mia apologist situation because I'm not here for you guys trying to make her be the, basically trying to make her be the victim or make her be like the innocent one. I'm the aggressor. So, yeah, she said that, I'm saying, but that was after the drink. But she said she made a comment before the drink was thrown in relation to Mia's husband, when she said, me and my husband don't get down like that. Maybe you and your husband get down like that. That's when the drink got thrown. That's when it got thrown. But like I said, then Wendy got upset, like I said, because she was like, y'all trying to make Mia be the victim or whatever, and make me be the aggressor because y'all are, consoling her and having compassion towards her and not me. And she got upset and she stormed off. But she mentioned Monique and was like, Monique was right, about you guys. You guys were against fighting and violence when Monique and Candace had that situation. But now when it's me and Mia, y'all are for it. But my thing with Wendy is, last season, Wendy was a nuck if you buck. Last season, Wendy was threatening to fight Giselle. So it's like, Wendy, you can't use the argument when you threatened to fight Giselle last season. Then Wendy threatened to fight Mia as she left the table. She threatened to beat Mia's ass in the house. So after she made the statement about Monique, then she threatened with violence. So it's like, girl, you can't threaten with violence if you're gonna use an argument that support violence. Like that doesn't make sense because it outweighs your whole argument and your whole point because now you're threatening violence. So, but I got what Mia was saying. What Wendy was saying. I understood what Wendy was saying. I agree with what Wendy said because they are hypocrites. They are hypocrites. I 1000% agree because I don't like Giselle Robin. They are hypocrites. Everything that they did and how they handled that night at the table was hypocritical because, yes, when Monique and Candace had that problem, their physical altercation, Monique was every bad person you could think of. She was every hood rat, every, an embarrassment to black women. Like, she was all these things. And that Wendy supported. Let's not get it twisted. Because Wendy supported all the things they said about Monique last season. And that's my problem with Wendy. Like, girl, you literally was supporting the shit they were saying about Monique last season. Like, girl, you literally was capping for their ass. You literally was said out your own mouth. You literally questioned Monique as a mother because of the situation she had with your friend. So, like, girl, you can't now use Monique and this situation with Monique to try to vindicate or try to make sense of what's going on in your situation. Because, girl, when it was happening to Monique, you were not there having Monique back. You weren't showing no compassion to Monique. You weren't saying, Monique, you know what, I understand what you're saying. That's wrong. None of that. You weren't having her back when they were saying it to Monique. So don't try to use Monique now when she's not on the show, that situation, to parallel your situation. Because it's not cool. Because, girl, when it was happening to Monique, you weren't getting that energy from you then. You know what I'm saying? But, like I said, I got her point. I got what Wendy was trying to say to the girls. Robin and Wendy don't get along. Chanel L said, unpopular opinion, the Green Eye Bandit set the whole fight with Candace and Monique. Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that way? Tell me why you feel that way. But Robin and Wendy don't get along. Like, it's apparent this season they are not clicking. And so, Robin don't give a fuck at this point. And you know what? And I'm here for Robin giving us something, because Robin usually doesn't give us anything. Robin usually doesn't give us much on the show. So her giving us energy with Wendy, if you just want to give her like some type of life on the show, I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? So I Robin is Robin. Giselle is Giselle. She full of shit. She always gonna be full of shit. At this point, we know Giselle's gonna be Giselle. Hey Winter. I'm talking about Potomac Girl. Did you see the episode last night? Cause it got real last night, honey. Wine was thrown in Mia's face, as you see behind me. Wendy's face. Wendy got wine thrown in her face by Mia, right there. They had a whole argument that went left. And I'm talking about it because get my thoughts on it. And in my mind, like, this is kind of Wendy's karma, because Wendy said some nasty stuff about Monique when she was on the show. She was nasty to Mia last season. She was like, very dismissive to Mia last season. So I think, like, a lot of stuff karma. Even when she attacked Ashley. Ashley was postpartum, just had her baby, and Wendy went at her. Didn't know Ashley from a can of paint. Came at the girl all crazy. So I think this kind of, and she was supporting her friend when she knew her friend was wrong for starting that whole fight with Monique. So I think it's her karma. And then, mind you, my girl Monique did come out today, and she did release a statement saying that she did warn Miss Wendy Osefa at the season 5 reunion after they taped. Because, you see, I knew this always. I knew this months ago, like about 2 years ago. Because, I just know this stuff. So what she said today, I already knew it. But they had a conversation. She told Wendy that you're going to be the next target for Robin and Giselle. She told this woman. But at the time, Wendy was so Team Candace. She didn't like Monique. She was not hearing it. So, now fast forward, and now everything's done, turn around on her. And now she's like, oh, Monique was right. Girl, Monique tried to tell you that years ago, but you wasn't trying to hear Monique. Now Monique off the show, and now your ass is in the hot seat, and you getting ganged up on by these two girls. These girls coming at you. Now it's, oh, Monique was right. But sis, if you would have took your head out of Candace's ass long enough to receive what Monique was telling you, because mind you, her and Monique didn't even get to know each other on the show. They hadn't formed their relationship. They hadn't even talked on the show one-on-one. They never got to really connect. She immediately just did not like Monique because Candace was her friend. So, you know what I'm saying? And so if she had gave Monique a chance and listened to Monique and took Monique's advice, she would have not fell into this trap of now being the target of Robin and Giselle. Just saying. Chanel L said because Mo and Ankles was cool at the beginning of the season, knowing she had fake tea about the trainer, but befriended Mo still and was asking questions on why her and Candace. Oh, okay. So you said that's why you think they set it up. Giselle definitely stirred that pot. Giselle definitely stirred that pot, honey. She definitely played a part in this pot being stirred. I will say that. I will say she definitely stirred that pot. During that season, she definitely played a role in escalating the drama. I mean, she literally was the cause of them fighting because she pushed Monique back, and Monique grabbed Candace, which pulled her forward because she thought Candace had pushed her. So Giselle initiated the first physical contact in a fight between Monique and Candace that didn't involve her. So I mean, Giselle definitely played a role in the whole situation. Yeah, what are y'all thoughts on this? The Mia versus Wendy. Do y'all think Mia was wrong? Do y'all think Wendy was wrong? Who do y'all think was right and wrong in the situation? Because it's I think both were wrong. I'm gonna say this. I think Mia could have handled her emotions better. I will say that because Mia definitely got upset, but I understand like when her husband is her husband, that's her family. So when Wendy mentioned her husband in a negative way, she responded out of anger and threw the drink in her face. Was that the right thing to do? Was that the most proper thing to do? No. But when you're angry and emotions take place, we all been there. I know I've been there. If I got something in my hand, you don't piss me off, I'm going to probably launch it at you. So I've been there, and so emotions take over. But that was not the best thing to do. But Wendy has a mouth. Wendy knows how to trigger these girls. She says so. She knows things. She knows what things to say to trigger these girls to react a certain way. She pushes buttons. Wendy has a mouth. She has one of the most slickest mouths probably that I've ever seen or heard on a reality show. Like Wendy knows the buttons to push, to get reactions, honey. But I am glad that Candace was not there because had Candace been there, it would have gotten worse because Ashley and Candace still got smoke with each other. So if she had been there, they would have gotten into it. So I'm glad that Candace did not make it at the time to that dinner. But it could have been prevented, and it didn't have to go this route. It didn't have to escalate to where it went to, because it really didn't. They just both calmed down. It was like a heightened level of like emotion from Mia's side and then eventually from Wendy's side. A high level of emotion that happened between these two women in that moment. And, when you have alcohol, anger, this what happens. That's why, if y'all notice on these shows, they put these women in this environment where they're drinking, and they know when they're drinking and they get angry, emotions and alcohol do not mix. Anger and alcohol don't mix. We all know that. But that's what produces a great reality show. If you put women or men or any type of cast in an environment like that where they're drinking and they're angry, you're going to get what happened. Glass thrown, liquor thrown, something going to be thrown. Trent Bean said, 512 said, Wendy is the most calculated and she knows how to flip those tables to make her voice to be heard, whether she's right or wrong. Yes, she does. And she does, and she won't shut the fuck up. Like, she'll keep talking and 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 talking. And I know she talks to her husband to death because, baby, she was talking them girls to death. Like, she don't know how to just stop. Like, just chill. Take a chill pill. Like, we get it. You have 4 online degrees. You are educated. You are a doctor. Oh, Cepho, honey. You are associated with Johns Hopkins University. We get it, girl. We get it, honey. But It's clear that John Hopkins does not condone you or this show, honey, because they did leave us a nice note to clarify that they do not support or condone any behaviors on this show, honey. And so, you know what I'm saying, like Miss Wendy girl, you know what you're doing, honey. See, I see you, boo. See, I watched you. You knew what you was doing, honey. You knew the things to say to this woman that would hit buttons below her. Because Wendy kept going below the belt. Because Amelia didn't go below the belt with her. Amelia didn't say anything below the belt about her husband. Things she could have said. She didn't go below the belt. She just threw a drink. But Wendy was going below the belt, saying things that were not even true. Like, girl, last season you had a whole damn fit when Giselle was spreading the rumor about your husband that you said was not true. But then you get on this season, you do the same exact thing to Mia, girl. Literally the same exact thing to Mia. And her husband has been nothing but respectful to you. Husband has never disrespected you. Husband has never said anything negative about you. But you get on here and you disrespect him like that. Like, this is my thing on these shows. If you're going to argue, come for me. Don't come for my man. Come for me. I don't understand why they love to attack the men and the spouses of the women. Like, come for her. Like, why are you attacking her husband? Like, I can't stand it. Like, it should be a line where they do not cross. And then it's like, do not attack spouses or boyfriends of your fellow co-stars. If you're going to have an argument with them, have an argument with them. Because it's annoying. Like, they keep doing that on all these shows. Attacking the spouses and significant others. And then it puts the men in compromising situations because do they address the woman that said these things about them? Or do they ignore it and let their wives handle it? Like, you know what I'm saying? It puts them in a situation that is compromising. And I don't like that because it's unfair. Because as men, we really don't have a win in this, because if we confront the woman, we have to then figure out a way to confront the woman without coming across as aggressive, volatile, you know what I'm saying, towards a woman. So it's a jacked up situation, and I wish the women would stop attacking each other's husbands. So it's not cool. I hate it. I'm annoyed with Giselle doing it to Candace. Even though I don't like Candace, I do like Chris, and I hate that she's attacking Chris. You know what I'm saying? Because Chris seems like a really nice guy. So it's not cool that Giselle trying to attack his character, because he's a man. He can't go off on Giselle without coming across a certain way. But see, Giselle is doing the same thing that she did to Monique's husband when she was taking little jabs at Chris, Michael, who else? Karen's husband, Ray. Like, she's taking jabs at everybody's husband on the show. So it's like I said, just annoying, because then they have to respond to this woman. And when she tried to make it seem like Chris was attacking her at the reunion last year, at the season 5 reunion, when she tried to make it seem like Monique's husband was attacking her, and it wasn't at all. He wasn't at all. He was just addressing her. But she flipped it, tried to make it seem like he was coming at a woman, and he was not. He was not going to fight her, but she tried to spin that narrative, honey. So that's why I say, leave the husbands alone. Trina Bean says, I hate the narrative of colorism is pitched. These girls just don't like Wendy. And like Monique said, unfortunately, every family is going to fall victim of Giselle, because who else is going to be the bad person? Exactly. And that was my whole thing, too. Oh, my, hold on, y'all. Give me a shoot. My thing, wait a minute. The Real Housewives of Potomac does not, in my opinion, suffer from colorism, because every woman on their show has had issues with each other. So it's not like Wendy and Candace are the only two women that are constantly being attacked. And that's narrative that that's being pushed by Candace, and it's not cool, because it's not the truth, because Giselle and Karen, two light-skinned women, have went at it. Robin and Karen, two light-skinned women, went at it. Ashley don't went at it with Karen, Giselle, Robin, Wendy, Candace, Monique, Sharice. She's had issues with every woman on the show that's been on the show. All different shades. So my thing is, it can't be colorism when they have conflict with each other. They cannot like each other. It's okay. It's normal. It's human. It's a human nature. They all don't have to like each other. Just because, you know, they're all women of color doesn't mean they all gonna get along. That's not realistic. That's not real. I would expect that. And so my thing is people get mad because, unfortunately, Wendy has conflict with a lot of the girls who are a lot of shade of her. But it doesn't mean that they hate her or don't like her because of her complexion. That's never been the case. It's because they have conflict on the show. Like when people were attacking Ashley recently. And shout out to my girl Ashley, because I did reach out to her and send her some love and light because they were attacking her, calling her colorist, attacking her children. Her children is not, one, they're not on the show. Two, they're not, they're babies. They're small children. Nobody's children should be attacked. But yet people are so cruel and disgusting. They were attacking her children as well as attacking her, calling her colorist. Mind you, like I listed before, Ashley's had issues with everyone on the show. So she's not a colorist. She's never been colorist. She has the right to have conflict with anyone on the show that she's a part of. Like, it's normal. And it's weird that people want to throw this colorism word around when it comes to these shows of different ethnicities. This is not cool. Trini Bean says, I'm waiting on the roles to change because I'm tired of seeing Giselle being the bad guy. I'm waiting for the character roles to switch like Kenya did on RHOA. But see, the thing is, Trini Bean, Kenya was ready. Kenya was ready to, She was tired of being the villain, and she was ready to relinquish that role to someone else. And Marlo took the baton. Giselle's not ready to stop being the villain. Giselle loves being the villain. So until she's ready, that role is going to be on her until she's ready to give it up. You know what I'm saying? And so, that's kind of how it goes. And, Giselle, like, she's got old in terms of, like, attacking people's marriages, attacking people's husbands. Like, she has attacked everyone's husband that's been on the show. Besides Robin and Sharice's. Like, she's, and it's old. Like, girl, like, how many more times are you going to come on the show and go at somebody's husband? Like, girl. You know what I'm saying? So I'm tired of that. Like, I need her to find something new to talk about, because what she's talking about ain't it. It's just not it at all. And I do want, the viewers to stop, like I said, trying to. She did, but one of her friends, so I don't really call it attacking him. Hey, Nicole Ray. Come Nicole Ray here, honey. My good sis. How are you, honey? I've been just talking about the colorism stuff, child. If you want to come up, you can come up. Send me a request. Let me know in the comments if you want to come up and give your thoughts on it. If you've seen the whole blowout yet of Mia and Wendy. But yeah, I just want them to move on from this colorism stuff. And I want the girls to get along more. And just stop with all the bickering, honey. Like, we can get, like, it's gonna be conflict, but I think, like, Potomac is done well at setting itself aside from all other franchises as being a show that has its own unique way of handling stuff and their own dynamic that sets them apart from other shows. So I want them to continue to continue on that. I know you've been busy, so you probably had time to catch up on it. But I just want them to do better at that. And we shall see what transpires or how the situation unfolds with Mia and Wendy. I do know Mia turned off her her Twitter. She deleted her Twitter today, took it off, because, and I don't blame her, because, baby, the hate was coming her way. So she did the best thing for her mental health, because, baby, these people don't give a fuck. They will rip your head off. Like, they will keep coming at you. So she did the best thing for her mental health. Because, baby, honey, but it just, I need Wendy to chill out. I need Wendy to kind of, like, learn how just to, like, calm down and stop, antagonizing people, because she does do that. In my opinion, she definitely antagonizes the girls that she do not like. She will talk their head off. And that's what, like I said, that's what I do agree with Robin on. Because Wendy likes to antagonize. Like Candace, they love to antagonize. And then when something happens, they want to play victim. Trini Bean says, it's sad because the colorist accusation made me want to unfollow all the blogs. I know. Because it's so ignorant. Like, everything is not colorism. Everything is not, and everything does not fall into the category on these shows. And when people use that term just to throw out there, it's like it takes away from the real usage of the term. and the seriousness of that term when they just throw it out there because they don't like somebody on the show. Like, if you know, every time they don't like somebody on the show, they could just throw out the claim, oh, they racist, they colorist. Like, girl, you don't like them, but damn, everybody not colorist, everybody not racist. Like, calm down. You know what I'm saying? It's annoying. At this point, like, I'm over it with the colorist accusations and the frivolous claims on these shows. Like, it's annoying. But I look forward to seeing the rest of the season, honey. Yes, interviews and fans make it worse. Yes, they do. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. I'm looking forward to seeing how everything continues to play out on the show. Shout out to my girl Monique. That's my sis. That's my girl. And, I'm glad that she did, speak out on it, because I'm pretty sure she was getting tagged and stuff, or, sent stuff about what was going on the show. She's not a part of the show. That she gave her thoughts on it. And let the world know that she did try to warn Wendy. But Wendy, like I said, was so Team Candace, so Team Giselle, so Team Robin at the time, that she was not trying to hear and see that my sister was trying to help her out, honey. Trini Bean says, did you see that Chris maybe suing Giselle? Wonderblock just posted it. OMG. Well, I mean, he should, because at this point, like, I was suing for defamation of character, because she's definitely has done a good job this season of assassinating his character, so, and accusing him of, inappropriate nature. That's a very, very, very serious offense. And this man works in a business where he deals with people all the time, including women. And so when you throw out a claim like that, this could have caused some effect, some damage to his business. This could have caused people not want to, especially women, want to order stuff from his business, or you know what I'm saying, like it can have damaging effects on him as far as a businessman, and you know what I'm saying, in this world. So I mean, I definitely would be supporting him 100% if he is suing this woman, because a lesson has to be learned. But he's not a cast member though. He can sue. Nicole, right, honey? He's not a cast member, boo. He is a husband. They don't have contracts. Catch that dirt, honey. You better go do your research, boo. The husbands don't sign contracts, sweetie. They don't sign contracts at all, honey. They are just married to their wild child. They do not sign contracts. They don't have, so he can sue her all day long. Now, Candace can't sue, but he definitely can sue, because he doesn't have a contract with Bravo. They don't have any contracts. I think the only person besides the wife that has a contract is the friend of. But he's a husband, so he does not fall in that category. So he can definitely sue Giselle for defamation of character, because I mean, she's definitely doing that, and has done a good job of painting this narrative of him on this show as being inappropriate with women. And so I'm just saying, she's definitely, and she's perpetuating it. Judy Bean said, if it's like that, he should sue the whole team, Bravo producers, and me and Ashley. Well, see, the thing is, me and Ashley didn't start the narrative. Giselle did. So it makes sense for him to want to go after her, because she's the one that's perpetuated the narrative. Bravo and the producers have nothing to do with Giselle bringing the shit on the show. All he did was film her saying the shit. But him suing them, he wouldn't win, because they didn't create the narrative. Giselle created it. Giselle decided to come on the show and say this man was inappropriate with her in a room after the reunion. So he couldn't sue Bravo or the producers, because it wouldn't make any sense. And Mia and Ashley didn't start the rumor, and they definitely didn't continue to perpetuate it outside the show. Only Giselle has. Miss Bates says Ken thought she was exempt. I mean, she definitely thought, because her and Giselle were friends. Friends, honey, in quotes. So she thought she was exempt, honey, but she is not, honey. See, when Monique left the show, everything shifted. See, when Monique was on the show, she was their target. Once Monique left the show, Wendy became their next target. And after Wendy, and I said this to my friends. I was like, what's gonna happen is they're gonna go after Wendy. And then it's gonna, when Giselle went after Wendy last season, I said Candace is gonna be next, because they go down the line. Giselle not gonna come. She's not gonna come for Robin, because Robin knows all her tea. She's never gonna come for Robin. If they ever get into it, Robin knows all her tea. Giselle said it on this show, this season. Robin knows all my business. So Giselle's not gonna create a problem with Robin. Her next option is Candace, because she done had it out with Karen. She done had it out with Wendy. She done headed out with Mia. She done headed out with with them three. Sharice not on the show anymore, so she like a full time, and her and Sharice are cool, so she's not gonna go to Sharice. So I mean, her only option it really was those two. So, child. Miss Beatty says at the end of the day, they are nothing more than coworkers. They are, unfortunately, our coworkers. Sheena Bean says, I hate that people can't enjoy reality television without drama. Even the Brassens was getting catty at the end. I just want some good real reality TV. And I agree. I think that it'll be nice to watch a show where everyone doesn't always seem to come to. It doesn't go to a dark place. Like we know we're gonna have drama because drama is natural. We're gonna have drama on these shows. It wouldn't be a show without drama. Like it makes sense to have drama on a reality show because you have to have drama with the good, with the bad. But my thing is, it shouldn't go to a dark place. And it seemingly seems as though these shows are slowly going to dark places when it comes to people's marriages, relationships, children. It's slowly going to a dark place every time there's conflict. And I don't like that. There should be a line drawn. There should be a line, unsaid rule with the ladies that we will not come for each other's kids or husbands on this show. There should be an unsaid rule out the gate. Like I don't like it. I don't like it, and I don't get it, and I wish they would stop doing it because it's going too far. Hey, guys, child, if you want to come up, hit the request, honey. I'm over it. Like I need them to stop doing that. I need them to, just not do that. They can argue, they can have conflict, but just leave the kids, leave the husbands out of it. Chinny Bean says, and I hate how they did Winter. I'm venting and jumping networks. Yes, boo. Shout out to my girl Winter. I love it some Winter. I definitely did not like how they did her on her show. It definitely was a jacked up first season for Love Marriage DC because it definitely was a gang up on Winter season. Did not like it, but my girl stayed strong and she, she made it through the storm over there. Her first season, honey. She's back with season 2, y'all. So she's back, honey. And she coming, honey. She's bringing it, honey. She is not taking no prisoners. So, shout out to my girl Winter, honey, because season 1 is done. It's one and done. Season 2 is on its way, honey. And yes, honey. So, child. Yes, honey. But yeah, like I said, I just, want the Potomac girls to get together. So, Mia, Wendy, hopefully y'all talk after this has happened. Hopefully we can see you guys have a conversation as the season progresses. Beyond this moment to see what happened between you two. If there's a conversation, an apology given, whatever needs to be said. Hopefully you guys did that after this whole blow up because Chad, y'all got the fans divided. Y'all got the people in my comments going off, honey, early this morning, honey, and Monday morning, honey, just letting each other have it about this whole thing, honey. Let me have it, honey. Because they're like, just upset about everything, honey. But I still know what I stand on, and I love me some Mia. Mia is my favorite, but I will say that I didn't agree with her. Throwing the drink in Wendy's face. I didn't agree with that. I really wish that she would have controlled her emotions just a little bit better. But I understand being in that moment when you're angry. Like I said earlier, if y'all didn't hear me, honey, I've been in those situations and I'm throwing things, honey. Things got launched. When I'm mad and you don't hit a nerve, if I got something in my hand, it's liable to get thrown at you. So I've been there, and it's all about learning how to control our emotions. And Mia's not perfect, Wendy's not perfect, and they both are learning. And this is a learning experience for Mia to now learn how to control herself and learn her emotions better. And for Wendy, hopefully she learns to shut the fuck up. Oh child, free to praise him to what is colorism when Wendy was coming for Ashley her first season and Mia last season, or when it was a light skinned person versus a dark skinned person. That's what I'm saying. Last season Wendy was really going in on Ashley Wendy's first season when Ashley was postpartum. She literally came at Ashley ready to rip the girl head out, and they hadn't even met. Then last season she came at Mia, told me to shut up 1,000 times. Very dismissive of Mia, just was not here for Mia. Like, but there was no colorism then. But when it's reversed and Wendy's getting the same energy, now it's the colorism conversation that's brought up, and that's my problem too. Like, it's only convenient. It's very convenient when they bring up colorism. They only bring it up when it's dark skin versus light skin. Light skin versus dark skin. When it's dark skin versus light skin, that top conversation never gets brought up. Because it can go both ways. Don't get it twisted. Colorism can go both ways. God Child said, "Child, me was foul. I would have thrown it back, baby." I mean, that's your opinion. Yes, the correct, honey. I have thrown stuff, honey. You, JB. It's better me to throw something at you than me hit you. So yeah. So and Mia, like I said, when you're angry, I get it. Cause I've been there. And when you're angry, if you got something in your hand at the moment, it may leave your hand. Like I said, I've been there. So I get Mia, honey. In that moment, she was. You mentioned her husband. You said you made a comment referring to her husband. Baby, that's her man, honey. The father of her children. So yeah, baby. So I but was it right? No, but hell, she is. I mean, like I said, emotions. People are not perfect. She's human. Things happen. Then it was alcohol involved. They both were drinking. Emotions, alcohol, anger. So Trinity Bean says, I had the same debate in the comments, and basically it's only colorism when it's light versus dark. That's what I'm saying. It's only convenient. They only bring up the motherfucking colorism topic when it's a light-skinned pretty girl going against a dark-skinned pretty girl. Because let's be clear, like, Mia's a pretty girl, Wendy's a beautiful black woman, but it's only colorism when it's light-skinned versus dark-skinned women. It's really weird to me because it's only convenient for that type of conversation, but when it's flipped, and Wendy's attacking Mia, or Wendy's attacking Ashley, it's silence. Nothing is said. Like, come on now, it can't be one-sided. If you're gonna have that conversation, it has to go both ways. Because in real life, it goes both ways. Like, there's reverse racism. Like, it's always reverse to everything, honey. It's always these can be flipped all the time. Just saying. So I definitely am annoyed by that as well. He a pimp child. Who's a pimp? God's child, Roxanne, who's a pimp. But yeah, child, it's a mess. It's a mess, honey. But yeah, it's a mess, child. But like I said, hopefully they have moved forward from this. And hopefully they can come back from this as we continue to watch the show, because it's unfortunate that it happened. But hell, at least somebody got dragged. Just a little liquor. So, yeah, and Wendy went home and, she washed her face, child. Free to praise him too says, not everyone bites the words. Is it right? No, but if you're going to run your mouth, please be prepared either way. Period, though. I mean, I'm with that, though. I'm with it, though. Like, I get it. Like, I get it. I get it. Free to praise him too. Like, that's what my thing was with the Monique situation. When her and Candace had their physical altercation, Candace has a lot of mouth. You can't run your mouth and provoke, and antagonize. And then when the reaction is a physical one from the person that you antagonize, then you're the victim. Then you want to go call the police and you want to go press charges. Like, sweetie, it doesn't work that way, because you can't antagonize me and then when I react the way I react, then I'm wrong. I'm the aggressor now and you're the victim. But literally, you are the aggressor because you antagonize me with aggression in an aggressive way to get me to react in an aggressive way. You know what I'm saying? It's that's why I can't do Candace. And I don't like Wendy, but the reason why I don't like Wendy, I'm gonna tell y'all why I do not like Wendy. This is my issue with Wendy Osefo. Was when she set her ass on the show in season 5. She came on the show and was like, "Oh, I'm here for empowering black women. I have different events to empower, to uplift, to support black women, black mothers. I'm here to support the young black girls of the world." And then when Monique had her physical altercation with Candace, this woman set her ass on this show and attacked my girl as a mother. Attacked her as a mother and said, her child, how can she be an example to her daughter if she on here fighting on the show? She can, like that to me, it crossed the line, because Monique is an amazing mother. So when she said that shit still sits to me to this day, because how can you as a mother come and attack someone else who is a mother as a mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that crossed the line, and I didn't like that. And then she came on a show rubbing me the wrong way, and she did a lot of viewers, because she came on here with her 4 online degrees, like she's better than everybody else, judging everybody, talking down to everybody. And I'm like, sister girl, you are literally sitting in the same semi-circle as everyone else, honey. You are no better than anybody on the show. You are literally on the show. You are literally new to the show. So you actually at the bottom on the show, honey. So, like, girl, you're not better than anyone on the show. You came to the show because you couldn't get it together in your real life. So you joined the reality show to get some friends, boo. Let me be honest, honey. She didn't have friends in her real life, so she joined the show to get some friends. Candace was her only friend, only friend she probably had in her whole damn life. So, girl, so that's my issue with her. Like, she came on the show thinking she was all this and all that, and she was not that girl. And she's learned the hard way with her experiences on the show that you're not that girl. And she's literally became another Candace. Like, last season, Wendy was it wasn't ducking if you bucking, honey. She was threatening people all over the damn show last season, ready to fight. She didn't care about her image of being a black woman. She was ready to fight and tussle with Giselle. So, like, girl, you can't. You can't be, I'm going to be hood one season and then be the doctor next season, girl. Pick one. Because you can't do both. Because, baby, if y'all know what I'm talking about, if y'all watched last season, Wendy came back to the show last season being hood Wendy. First it was season 5, Dr. Wendy. Season 6, hood Wendy. Season 7, Dr. Wendy. Pick one, Wendy. Pick one, honey. Mr. Coffee 81 says, Wendy gets on my nerves with her screwed up mouth. Yeah, she has a mouth. A potty mouth, like a very potty mouth in terms of like she talks so much stuff and she says things that hit below the belt and she knows how to really like hit nerves. Like she's like her friend Candace, they have these mouths that makes you want to hit them in them because they say shit that's below the belt and then they don't stop. Like Wendy does not stop. That's my thing with her. She will keep talking. She will keep just talking shit just to do it. It's like, girl, shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. Shut the hell up. And she won't do that. Like, it's nerve-wracking, honey. It's when she's mad, when Wendy's mad, she don't stop. So I'm like, girl, like, I can't. That's why I can't do Miss Wendy. I can't. I just can't do her or Candace. I just don't like them or Giselle or Robin. I don't like none of them. In my opinion, all 4 of them can really go from the show. But I know that Giselle is needed for the drama. And, Robin could go. Robin just there to be Giselle's sidekick. And Wendy is there to be Candace's sidekick. That's if you want to be 100 about it. I mean, let's call a thing, honey. But, yes, child. Yeah, she goes too far. She is hood. I mean, she definitely showed that she can get hood last season, baby. Even on the fight that happened on Sunday, Wendy was ready to fight, baby. She was pushing security out the way and every damn thing. So, Wendy definitely threw those 4 online degrees out the window, honey, when it came to trying to tussle with Miss Mia, honey. So, just saying, child. But hopefully, they can get it together, honey, as the season progresses, like I said earlier. Child, it's a lot. This season's been a mess. And we only on episode 7, honey. We have a lot more to go, honey. Charisse versus Karen. And I'm still trying to figure out what the problem is, because Karen has yet to say what the issue is with Charisse. The only thing they keep showing is that Charisse said that Karen was cheating on her husband. So that may be the only reason that she hates Charisse. Well, excuse me, y'all. That could be the only reason that she hates Charisse. That could be the reason why. But I'm like, Karen, if that's it, then say that, because, girl, like, what is the problem with you and Charisse? Because you won't talk to her. You keep ignoring her. Y'all sit at the table together, and you still don't really acknowledge her. So, like, girl, I need you to give us an answer as to what the problem is so we can figure out where y'all need to go from here, honey. Because Charisse is on the show, and she's not giving much either. Right now, she just getting a free trip, bitch. A free trip. A free trip, honey. I wish I was in Charisse shoes, child, because that's what she doing, getting a free trip. She not starting nothing. She not pressing Karen, none of that. She just getting a free trip, free room, free alcohol, free food, like just having freedom and having a free time, child. So I just need Karen and Charisse to let's see what's gonna happen, child, with these 2 women as the season progresses, honey. Cause I mean, this sitting by each other and not saying nothing, this sitting around each other and being quiet and not giving us any type of interaction, it ain't gonna work the whole season. It's not gonna work. So, yeah, I need y'all to give us some more, honey. To give us a lot more. Just saying, child. Give me a lot more from y'all. Sunday's episode was probably like one of the best of Atonement. One of the best of Atonements episodes they had so far. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. And I'm gonna keep coming with you guys, giving you my reviews and thoughts on the show. Y'all can always join me on here. Follow me on Instagram at @thekingshay_1. My podcast, All Tea All Shade with the KOS. Go subscribe, because I'll be uploading more episodes on there soon. So, yeah, keep supporting. And we're going to keep talking about it, honey, because we have to have the conversation. It's important, child. On these girls, honey, it's important, child. It's important to have the conversation, honey, because these ladies, honey, are just wilding out, child. Are wilding. On that note, y'all, we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.